Hey everyone at TFLoffroad. I've been an ATVer, side-by-sider for a pretty long time. Started riding quads, ATVs back in mid-80s. So, been around the block. Honda's my choice when it comes to off-road, but I figured I'd try something different and go with the side-by-side, and this is my first and only side-by-side, and overall, with 2,300 miles, it's been holding up. I would recommend getting to know your dealer well before you buy one of these. See what the relationship is with Polaris warranty. If you have an issue, you want to make sure your dealer can get the issue handled. If you want to buy one of these, I suggest looking into the owner's manual of one and see what the required maintenance is. If you buy one, you've got to have receipts that you maintained it. Okay, not just with oil changes, but with servicing the shocks. Okay, I had an issue where mine lost pressure, and long story short, I can't pinpoint if it was the shock that failed itself or the OEM springs. These are horrible from Polaris. I upgraded to a Racer Tech spring and then sent my shocks out to Shock Therapy in Arizona. They put on Schrader valves, 200 psi in the shocks, put on over 1,000 miles, no issues at this point. But I typically trail ride. I don't get into beating it up. It's pretty incredible when I watch YouTube and see how much abuse these machines can take. But then again, just trail riding, I had issues with the shocks. It was banging. To have them rebuilt, long story short, $500 just for shock maintenance. The warranty in the owner's manual claims these have to be serviced every 1,500 miles. The dealership laughed at me and said, honestly, sir, nobody brings these machines in to have the oil change in the shocks. I said, well, what can you do for me? Let me check with Polaris. The dealership checks with Polaris. Polaris says, nope, he has no records of maintenance. We're not going to honor the warranty. So 5-year warranty, I think, was $1,000. It might sound great, but if you don't keep maintenance records, you may as well throw the warranty right in the trash. So getting back to my rig here, I got some mods on it. A skid plate, $800 skid plate, pretty nice, well worth it, I think. Had to put on some UHMV or UHW plastic just to keep the mud from flying up into the cab. The way it comes stock, it's just not going to cut it. Now, worthwhile to bring a shovel with you. Once in a while, you go into some mud. It's easy to bog one of these things down, even with nice tires. I got tires over here. I got tires over there. I got tires all over the place, okay? It looks a little junky in this garage, but when it comes to ATVing, it just builds up. You got the boots. You got another Warren winch. I got a Warren winch box here, another one here. So when you get into the side-by-sides and ATVing, the money just goes and goes and goes. So if you're worrying about, hey, paying 15 grand or 20 grand for an ATV side-by-side, that's just the beginning. You're talking thousands more after that, okay? $450 winch, fog lights, probably $350 bumper, and that's just scratching the surface. It just goes on. The trailer right there, all aluminum, $3 grand. Personally, I keep it dirty so it doesn't attract attention. Then it comes to maintenance. You got tools to push out your bearings from the carrier, right from Harbor Freight. Big deal, $30, nothing. Got my wand to help clear off the mud. After you take a normal ride, it's always crudded up. Snoop to find pinhole leaks when you're out in the trail. In your tires, you can plug them. Glow in the dark key rings. If you drop your keys, whistle for help, compass. fingernail clipper, something to keep them floating if they drop in the water. It just goes on and on. I got helmets up there, helmets and helmets. I got a lot of gear, coats and stuff to stay in fashion. You know, you got to look the part when you're out there. But it just goes on and on. So, you know, more helmets, gear to survive overnight, rain gear, you name it. We got saws, we got more whistles, GPS carrier, $500 GPS from Garmin. It just goes on and on. So getting back to, do I like my ride? I do, when I have time to get out there and ride. Beat the trails of death in Pennsylvania, but been to New Mexico, Arizona, Utah. My favorite is Colorado. Just incredible views, 13,000 feet. You know, to me, once you get out west, you're ruined for life because you just want to go back. Overall, you know, the 900 has treated me well. I normally ride in low gear, so I don't burn up belts, and I do my best to keep the belt housing clean, to try to go in there and, you know, just say every 500 miles, blow it out, clean it out. And after I rinse it out well, I just let it dry for a week. You know, carry a jack up here. I got roto packs for extra water to flush out your radiator when that gets crudted up with mud. You know, you got to be a trooper when you buy one of these things. It just, you know, got this thing to suck up water and flush out the radiator in the front. You know, once you get into one of these things, then you fully understand what a mistake you made, as far as, you know, time commitment, money commitment. You live once, you go through it, and you probably won't buy another one. Most people don't after they own one. They kind of say, ah, that's enough of me. For me, I had it. 2,300 miles. Tire's been holding up. This is what it looks like when it's brand new. Okay, this might have a little bit more air in it, but they're the same size tires, front tires. Overall, I don't want to keep on babbling, but you know, it's been reliable for me. I do change the maintain the oil as the warranty says. I carry all kinds of gear in here to stay out overnight should I break down. You talk rain gear, tire repair, hatchet, food, a little something to cook up a can of weenie beans, you know, pork and beans. But yeah, you are in for a lot of work. You want to get greasy, you like to get dirty, you like to pull wheels off, A-arms, and put in new bushings. I put all high performance bushings in, so a lot of back-breaking work. You know, you could just go on and on with one of these side-by-sides. But overall, you know, it has been a vehicle that I would recommend if you got the time and money to throw at it. Okay, TFL Off-Road, I'll catch up with you next time. And Steve, keep up the good work. Take care.